Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
You think you're here for?
How many times you think you stabbed? You recall?
It's a hot August day at a hotel in Bradenton, Florida, where a housekeeper's horrifying discovery is about to land one man behind bars for a very long time.
Bro, why do body cam channels do that? Why do y'all give us the most valuable piece of information damn near in the beginning of it? Why would y'all show us the boyfriend? Now we already know what happened. Boyfriend, girlfriend goes on vacation. He probably found out she was cheating, but they got into a whoop. He stabbed her, killed her, and then left her in there. We know the entire plot just from this 10-second clip. Please stop doing that. Please. I'm not subscribed. I'm not being no hater, bro. I promise.
Oh, man.
Anybody? You think?
No,
Under the bed.
Yeah.
Housekeeper came.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Might as well get out of there.
Police and first responders swarmed the scene after a housekeeper allegedly discovered a body stuffed under a mattress while cleaning the room. The victim, described as a 26-year-old Manatee County woman, is quickly determined to be deceased, and the scene is cleared.
All right, guys, watch your step. Don't touch anything.
And then whoever did it, dude who did this, is a moron. Why would you do this to this woman? Then you left the body in it. First of all, hiding it under the mattress isn't going to do shit. You should have just left it out in the open. You hiding the body under the mattress not going to do nothing. You don't think anybody is going to come in there and find out at some point? And then y'all niggas' names are on the room, right? Even if your name isn't on the room and her name is on the shit. There are cameras. People are just so stupid. Like, man. But I will say a killer's mind is different. I didn't grow up around a couple of niggas that was killers. That really caught hats, and their mind is fucking different. You sit down and you have a conversation with a nigga that caught a body before. Hey man, it'll change your perspective about a lot.
10-4. Yeah, that's strong, man. Real strong.
Are we still needed? Check it out.
Just gonna close the door and hold it here. No one else was in there, right?
No, we didn't look under the other bed.
Alright.
You want us to take a look?
No, I'll go in. I'll wait till I get some people.
Well, we don't have a gun either.
Yeah. I don't blame you on
I
that.
can borrow yours and look under that bed, but other than that, I'm good.
No,
It was
I'll
clear
do it.
back to the bathroom. There was nobody's
So
bathroom.
y'all not gonna y'all scared to look under the other bed? What y'all think a bomb in there?
Well, I wouldn't think to look under the
That's what I was saying. I'm like, what the hell?
Why would y'all if y'all just found a body under one bed? Why would y'all not look underneath the underbed to see whether or not if there's something underneath? What do y'all mean? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. The fuck? So who else is gonna do it? A good Samaritan?
all that stuff. Somebody's tried to do some serious cleaning.
Yeah. I mean, nobody wraps someone up like that underneath the bed and they just died naturally.
No. This shit treats the hell out of me.
You even got the bars over it and everything too. Like,
Yeah.
They slid her under and then put somebody else. Well, maybe not. They could.
LT, I'm gonna take this stuff back down.
Yeah, like.
Next, the officer heads inside the room to check underneath the second mattress.
Thank you.
I just want to check over here.
Like lifting under the bed.
I just want to make sure there isn't another. Nope, it's clear. We're Clear.
His heart was racing checking underneath that mattress. Mine would have.
Can we just see you?
You know what I would suggest we do, just in case.
3 signs your straight hair is secretly wavy. 1, your hair is wavy when it's wet, but straight and puffy when it's dry.
There's some evidence in the trash can. Just go ahead and just cordon off this whole area. As best as you can.
See if anybody was in this room here.
The officer finds nothing under the other mattress, but investigators later discover bloody sandals in one of the hotel trash cans. Keep this in mind for later.
Yeah, it's disconnected. There's a camera down there. It's disconnected.
You heard that right. The officer notes that multiple cameras in the area are disconnected, stunting the investigation. But it's not long until 2 witnesses appear and offer investigators some insight into the situation.
Say again?
Not bugging you, don't care, no business, just want to eat my food. I've been in the food.
Did you hear anything last night or last couple days over here?
Only when there's some drug or some digged out of their head, you can tell they're doing big drugs because they're like, fall down the steps.
Have you just talked to him for a minute now?
I really don't have anything to say. The 2 cameras going on, you know.
So can you give it?
If you don't have nothing to say, then take your stupid ass in the house. If you try to play this role, I'ma just mind my business and go the fuck in the house. Why are you tiptoeing outside the threshold of your house in the outside walkway? You halfway trying to conversate with the police, but you telling them you're not gonna tell them nothing while you trying to tell them something. Like, make your mind up, bitch.
What's the description of the other person she was with?
Oh, I didn't even know. You have a she is the problem?
Well, you said there was 2 people, right? I'm assuming.
Was staying in the room?
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of people.
A whole lot of people. So it's been pretty much in and out.
She's bank a description.
Man, she lying. She talking about it's 2 of them. Then she talking about it's a whole lot of people in and out. The bitch is lying. She's a weirdo. We're not even going to take her statement, even if she does give us one, because it's both. Get her out of here, bro. I don't even care what she talking
And you
about.
need here
Just with that one young boy.
one young boy. Do you know his name? You know what he looks like?
Skin right there. I don't know.
Blonde hair, black hair, brown, white male.
I really don't know. Other people's film, but I just I don't want to give you my drama, so I don't care.
All I know is it's some young dude.
Is it a white male, black male, Hispanic?
It's white guy.
White guy?
But then you see white guys, you see black guys, you see
Yeah.
guys.
Undeniably, there's guys.
So there's guys
to
coming
see
in and
her
out.
all the time.
Undeniably, there's guys.
Because I'm constantly telling mind your
She's
own
always
business,
with
stay
us,
away
like-
from.
So if they're seeing guys all the time, then that means that she was probably a prostitute. I'm thinking that they might have been on vacation. And nah, it's different now. If that's what they're saying, if this is accurate, then she was a prostitute. If they seeing different niggas come in and out, boom, 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 either she was a super freaky thot, and she was cheating on her man with multiple men coming in and out of the hotel room, or she's selling that twat. That's the only reasonable justification.
These people.
Like on a consistent basis.
Do you
He's
remember
selling the
how tall he
bunions.
is, roughly?
5'8", 5'9", probably.
5'8", 5'9",
Sorry,
5'8".
That's like 6 foot. That's not right.
How much do you think you weigh?
180.
180? Any scars or marks or tattoos?
Okay, I'm about 5'8", 5'9". I'm a good 145, but I'm in the gym. Nigga my size 180, either he's fat or he's solid muscle or he just doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. This nigga think he probably weighs 180 and he's a solid 235.
Not to my knowledge, but I think he has like a little beard strip.
Witnesses describe a man investigators quickly identify as the victim's boyfriend,
Yeah, I could look at him
27-year-old
and tell he's not
Stephen
185.
Cousins, who's found nearby and brought
GPT.
We want to understand, and the only way that we're going to understand is through you, okay? Some things happen, some bad things, okay? You look like you're going through it, okay? And, you know, just instead of us just hitting you with question after question after question, What is it you think you're here for?
Murder.
Okay. And who is the person that you murdered?
Stephen wastes no time coming clean to detectives before sharing the alleged disturbing details.
We got the hard part out of the way, okay? We want to hear your version of what happened. And look at me, Stephen, okay? There's no right or wrong version, there's only the truth, okay? You can tell us a lot of things in here, you can confess to killing 50 people in here, but if the evidence that we have doesn't align with what you're telling us, then we know there's something wrong. Either we have to reassess what we've done, or you're being dishonest. Fair enough? Okay. So we're not gonna interrupt you, okay? Just tell us what happened. We have a pretty good timeline, but just break it down for us.
Me and her were arguing because she says that I was cheating on her with invisible women.
Okay.
So they were in a relationship.
And she tried to stab me.
Okay. Let me see what you got there. Don't take them off. That's what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
We'll
slices in my
okay. We'll look at them later. That's fine. And where did this happen at?
in the hotel.
Okay. What are you doing when this starts?
She was getting hung.
Okay. Okay. And you were doing what?
Laying in bed.
You were laying in bed. Okay. And is she in the same bed with you? Okay. And there are 2 beds in the room? Okay. One closest to the door or the one closest to the bathroom?
Close to the bathroom.
Okay. So you're laying in bed, she's laying in bed, and she starts in with this invisible people, you're having an affair. Okay. And then what happens?
She tries to attack me because she's tired of me being a scumbag.
Okay.
And I defended myself.
Okay. And describe that. What happened?
Well, I pushed her off of me and I got the knife and I stabbed her.
Okay. All right. And what kind of knife? Like a fixed blade or one that you flip open? Flip open. Can you describe it? So it's not that's the whole knife or is that the blade?
That's the whole knife.
That's what color?
Black.
Black. Okay. I'm gonna take a couple notes just, okay?
How many times do you think you stabbed her? You recall?
A lot.
A lot? Okay.
Yeah, that's overkill, bro. If you defended yourself, right, and say you stab her, boom, boom, boom. You trying to stab me? Okay, okay, you get the knife, bitch, back up, and you stab her one time. We might can let you go, even if the bitch died. We might be able to let you go. You defended yourself. You got the weapon. She charged back at you. You had to do what you had to do, my nigga. Is what it is. But a lot. Like 21 Savage a lot? I mean, a lot. Like that a lot? Yeah, that's overkill, gang. Either he's lying about what happened or something is missing. He's not telling us something.
Okay. Do you remember where you stabbed her? I know you said a lot. In the neck?
Stephen admits to stabbing his girlfriend, quote, a lot in the neck before investigators continue questioning.
So what's going on in this moment? Okay, so you've disarmed her. She's tried to stab you. You've disarmed her. She is. You now have the knife. Okay, and are we on the bed still? You're on the floor. Where at?
In between the beds.
In between the beds. Okay, and you're on top of her at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So you stab her. You don't know how many times you stabbed her. Okay, but you just a lot. Okay. So how? And I know this is kind of a weird question, and I understand that you're probably in a little bit of shock at this point. How long did this confrontation go on? 5 minutes. Okay. And is that from the time that she tried to attack you, or is that from the time she started accusing you? Attacking you. Okay.
Yeah, so you stabbed her for a good 5 minutes.
Then what happened?
I was scared.
I think that's fair. I I think that's fair. Let me ask you a question, because we're not trying to paint you as a terrible person, okay? When you woke up Saturday morning, did you plan on killing Jennifer? Okay. Have you guys fought before? Okay.
I think that because this is a case where a woman was involved, I think he gonna get a decent amount of time for killing her. I mean, he is, especially wrapping her up and fleeing the scene, doing all that. He's definitely gonna get a good amount of time. I feel like if it was a dude, it might have been a bit different, but because it's a woman, they not finna play with him at all, and they shouldn't. It wasn't no reason for you to stab her for 5 minutes, my nigga, because I know it didn't take you that long to get that knife from her. I know it didn't. Even still, it take you a minute, maybe 2. You stabbed her for 3 minutes. We'll give it an estimate. We'll say he stabbed this woman for approximately 3 minutes and 50 seconds. At least, I'd say. I'm not even gonna say the full 5 minutes. I'll just say 3 minutes and 50 seconds, at least.
And is Jennifer a physical person? Go handsy with you? Okay. And what about you with her?
He was tired of that shit, though.
Have you guys had?
If that's true.
Not that this matters, but have you guys had?
Confrontation before.
Okay, physical.
Domestics,
right? That's.
In the past, yeah. So that's an ongoing thing.
How long were you two together?
2 years.
2 years. And how long have you been together? Like at the hotel? Not that hotel, but 2 years you've been together. So no matter where you were together, unless somebody went to jail. Okay. All right. Okay. So what happens after?
Took a shower. Blood.
Okay. Did you call anybody? Was anybody else there? Okay. What happened after you took a shower? Where'd you go?
Just walked around.
Okay.
Together.
It's a lot to process. Okay. And then what happened?
I went back.
So now you got to deal with it, right? And this is probably stressing you out while you're out walking. Okay.
Yeah, nigga. What,
All right.
what
So
could be
you
going through
went
your
back to
head
the
at that
room.
point?
Were you still alone? Okay. And then what'd you do?
Tried to cover it up.
Okay.
Another thing I could say too, bro, he keeping it 100. Like, it seemed like he might have just blacked out. Like I said, bro, if you sit down and you talk to somebody who's killed somebody, it's the way that they think about things. Like nigga, in that moment, what he was doing, the way he was processing it, he probably felt as if it was okay. That's why he kept doing it. Kept stabbing her, and kept stabbing her, and kept stabbing her, and kept stabbing her, and kept. The nigga felt like it was okay. Maybe the domestic shit was a thing, and maybe he got tired of that shit. Bitch always trying to put her hands on me. Okay, bitch, you gonna try to? Okay, bet. Maybe he fucking lost it. You know, there's so many, and especially considering the fact that she's gone and she can't speak for herself. We only have his side of the story, and you know, and we have to pick and choose whether or not if it aligns with the evidence that we find, and we can make the decision on whether or not if we want to believe this nigga. But what? That cold thing is, we'll never really know what happened because she's not here. We'll never really know.
Describe to me. So you tried to cover it up. What does that mean? Tried. Okay. All right. And what did you do?
Used the towels, the wiping the floors, everything. Took the bed sheets and wrapped her.
Okay.
And then I stuffed her under the bed.
Okay, so obviously you took your stuff with you. And where's your clothing?
In the woods.
Okay.
So the stuff, let me ask you, so the stuff that you had on, is it in the woods?
No, I threw that away.
You threw it, where did you throw it at?
In the dumpster.
That's in the dumpster right at the hotel? Okay, so, alright. So the dumpster at the hotel, that's the camouflage pants.
And so when you walk out of the room and down the stairs, like looking towards Waffle House, is that the dumpster?
Yeah.
Okay. And was it in a bag or was it just loose?
Bag.
In a bag, what color, do you know?
Clear trash bag.
Clear trash bag? Okay. Okay. And once you went out and you got rid of the clothes and the towels that you used to clean up, and what did you do with her stuff?
Most of it I just packed away in a bag.
Okay. Did you?
Like I put it with my stuff.
Stephen doesn't hold back telling his side of the story, but now investigators want to know what happened to the alleged murder weapon.
Yes. Remember what you did with the knife?
Threw it in the lake.
Threw the knife in the lake? Okay. Which lake?
By Sonny's?
Behind the hotel.
But the one, Sonny's and all.
Sonny's, the one in the circle.
Okay.
Okay.
And whereabouts in the lake, you know? Where were you standing when you tossed it? Do you remember?
I threw it out the back window.
Oh, no shit. That lake that close to the...
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay.
Did you throw a lighter, a ring in the garbage at all? A lighter, a ring? Okay. So some stuff was just found. I just asked because
We had to go through garbage, right? So we don't know. I mean, we knew the shoes definitely were going to be, you know what I mean? But, all right.
So you can throw the right out the. So I actually want
You know, now that I think about it, yeah, I think you can. It's not a big window, but it's big enough to throw something out of.
This much space, and I just like that.
Did you hear it at the water?
I watched it.
Oh, did you? Okay, because at what point was this? Before or after you cleaned up or during?
Before I cleaned up.
Was it before you left? Okay, so before you took a shower? Okay. Why did you think she was dead?
So much blood.
Right. Was she talking at any point afterwards? No. Not moving? Making any sounds? Nothing. Gurgling, right. Okay, and I appreciate your honesty. I would expect you to say that.
So you got any scratches on
This
you?
nigga.
But she fought you?
Use the exact term to describe it too.
Like there's stuff on like the back of my neck right here.
Okay.
You don't.
So you put those band-aids on you? Okay.
Moments later, one detective decides it's time to be frank with Stephen.
Okay, this
All
nigga.
right, so I'm going through my notes.
This nigga just murdered this woman and stabbed her in a hotel, and y'all went to go grab this nigga a Coke and Wingstop. Nigga, the U.S. is so fucking goofy. The U.S. can be so fucking. This is some Weenie Hut Jr. ass shit. Kim Jong-un, he would never do no shit like this. To a murderer? Are you fucking serious? We're gonna feed this nigga? Something good, too, and filling, and delicious. The fuck? This nigga was already telling on himself. Why in the fuck are we feeding this nigga? We're rewarding this nigga for his cooperation for being a fucking killer? And we don't even really know if the bitch tried to stab him or not. We don't even know if this nigga was really trying to defend himself. That's why I feel like that. Maybe if it was a case to where we know for a fact where this bitch was constantly putting his hands on him and she tried to stab this nigga in a hotel high off crack and this nigga just had enough of it and spazzed out, then at that point I wouldn't feel sorry for the bitch. But we don't know that. But why are we giving this nigga a hot meal? Like, and what are y'all niggas sharing it? I know you done took a couple pieces of something. And you got you lean back with your leg kicked up. You're comfortable, nigga. You're sedated. So you've eaten. So y'all are sitting in here sharing a meal with this. Y'all out y'all minds. Put these niggas in jail too.
There's one part of this that doesn't make sense to me, and I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying that I need some clarification, okay? Bullshit. Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to even beat around the bush about it. I'm not feeling like you got attacked with the knife. I'm feeling like you did get attacked, but I'm not feeling the knife part of it.
You feel me?
I see the injury to your hand, right? But from my experience,
I'm letting him finish.
okay, it's not adding up. Okay, and let me just tell you this: you've been, I think, probably one of the most honest people we've interviewed in a long time, except the last guy. That guy was unbelievable. But anyway.
He said that guy was unbelievably
obviously
honest.
there was a fight. Okay, there was a disagreement. There was an argument. There was a something. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me that she got out of the bed, went to retrieve your knife, and came back and tried to attack you. I'm just telling you, I'm not seeing the evidence that that's the way it went down.
Yeah.
It feels to me like there was a fight, something did happen, and you snapped. Am I right or wrong? I'm right? Okay.
Okay, you're right. And y'all fucking put food in this nigga's stomach. That's what I'm talking about. So we gave this nigga a Little Caesars hot and ready for being a fucking murderer. U.S. is such a fucking joke, man. The U.S. can be a joke. This is some Weenie Hut Jr. Goofy. Goofy, come on! Goofy.
Okay. Did she get handsy with you? Or was she just like a chihuahua, just barking and nipping, and you just had enough? And you got up and grabbed the knife? Okay. Because you were done. And the injury on your hand slid down the blade, didn't it? Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. When it comes to an injury like that, he had cuts on his fingers, right? If you're holding a blade, I got a blade in my hand. I don't even know if I can show it on camera. They fuck around. I have a pocket knife, right? If you holding a blade and you're stabbing somebody, right? The blade will slip, say if you know what I'm saying? Boom. That's the only way that he can get cuts like that. You don't get cuts like that from defending yourself, because if you're defending yourself, you're going to get a stab wound, right? And then it's going to depend on the direction of the cut. But usually, if somebody is coming at you with a knife going downwards, right? There's going to be a puncture, not a cut. If you stopping it, and you're not going to have it, especially in the direction of it going downward. So that was stupid. That's what I wanted to say earlier, and I thought that's what he was going to mention right after that. That's why I was like, hold on, I'm going to let him speak. But yeah.
Yeah.
He fucked himself on that one, too.
See, let me open your hand for a minute. These are blade marks. Yours from Salam.
Blade slip when he was stabbing her.
Because I've seen those two are pretty deep. What hand are you? You right hand? Okay, you right handed.
Steven,
Right hand.
did you ever think to call law enforcement? And there's no right or wrong answer. No. You couldn't undo it. Would you if you could?
He only saying that because he got caught. He knew he was going to get caught considering what he did.
Let me ask you.
This stupid ass. We got him. Look.
Let me ask you.
Gotcha. Stupid
Have you ever
ass.
been that? I'm going to call it like in a rage. Have you ever been in that place before where you were that angry? How often? A lot. So what made this time different? Was there more to it? Like to the fight? Because I'm looking at some of her past, like she's a working girl, right? Was there some disagreement over that? No. She was just on
eat your food, nigga.
and wouldn't let up.
Eat up.
Every day. Yeah, like a chihuahua, you know, like a barking dog nipping at you. You know?
It's not a justification for him
understand.
stabbing her. Eat your food though, my nigga. Don't let it go to waste. Eat.
So listen, man, here's the deal, okay? Obviously, you're gonna get charged with murder.
Yep.
Okay? It's gonna be second-degree murder. Okay, it's not first degree. You know, obviously, you're not dumb. You know, we recorded all of this, and we record that to protect you and us. Okay, we're not the judge. Okay, and we're not here to. Well, we're not. But that's not what we do. You know what I mean? That's out
Did he
of our
just ask
wheelhouse.
if he was going to prison?
Okay? We're not the judge. Okay, and we're not here to. Well, we're not. But that's not what we do.
Yeah, you
know
are.
what I mean? That's out of our wheelhouse. All we do is we put a case together. We find the evidence. Okay, we do the whodunit part, and the rest is out of our hands. When I'm going to leave the room, I'm going to go talk to the state attorney. Okay, I'm going to let them know how this conversation went, and our crime scene people are going to come over. They're
Second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 60 years behind bars.
Ooh. Never mind. W on the US. Yeah. I'ma holla at y'all.